Hi, my name is Jared Cunningham. I am the founder, singer, guitar player, bass player, drummer, keys for I Am The Pendragon. I started doing music when I was just in junior high. I started a band with my friend, and we never played any shows, never did anything. We wrote a couple songs in his dad's basement. I remember coming home the day that we decided we were going to start a band, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, Colin wants to start a band." And she said, "Okay, that's fine. It has to be a Christian band." And I was like, "Okay." So I called Colin and I was like, "Hey, man, my mom said I can be in the band, but it has to be a Christian band." And he was like, "Okay." And so that's what we did. We were a Christian rock band in junior high. I don't even know if he is a Christian, but that's what we did. We never played a show anywhere, never did anything with it, but uh, that was where it started. A few years later, um, I started my first real band with a few of my friends from church, and we were called Tomorrow's Heroes. We had a lot of fun with that band. We started playing some shows around town. Uh, then, a few years down the line, we changed our name to The Dreams Awake, and we're playing more shows. We got invited to go on the radio, and uh, just lots of stuff started happening very quickly for us. And I even remember, like, we were 16, 17 years old when it was just starting to take off, and we were having these conversations like, what is our tour bus going to look like, and all just ridiculous things that a 16 and 17-year-old is thinking about when they think about being in a rock band. Like, we were playing a bunch of shows, did a bunch of stuff together, and then one day we were there, and the next day it wasn't a thing anymore. It just completely fell apart. A few years after that, we did get together when I was getting ready to go on a missions trip to India. We did a couple reunion shows, and that was the last thing we did with The Dreams Awake. After that, I kind of put music away for a little while. I got married and started pursuing some other things, but it came to the point where I just was having these conversations like, God, what do you want me to do? I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm trying to pursue other stuff and nothing is working. And so I talked to God, I talked to my wife, and just started coming back to music. So about 5-6 years ago, I started I Am The Pendragon. It was the first time that I was writing music by myself, writing songs, and had to pick up an instrument and try and figure out what was in my head. But it was just like things were coming to me out of nowhere, like God was just downloading things to me, and was writing songs at a skill level much higher than I could ever actually play. One of the songs I had in my head that it needed a key part, a keyboard part. I don't know how to play piano. I don't know how to play keys, but I had this part in my head. I bought a keyboard and I went and I played it. And my wife looked at me and she was like, "How can you do that?" And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is just, I'm doing something. Uh, I Am The Pendragon was never meant to be a solo project. It was never meant to be the Jared show and just me going out there and doing my thing. I don't want to have a backup band. I could call people and I can set up shows and say, okay, well, this guy's going to play with me for 2 shows. This guy's going to play with me for a month. I can do that, and I've done it before, but that's not what I want for this project. I want to find the right people. I feel like God called me to this thing uh, in a pretty big way. I was working at my church. I was on staff as the youth associate for the last 3 years, and God decided to change things. He made it clear to me, to my wife, to the pastors I worked with, and the leaders, that it was time to change, time to move. And so I resigned from my position and gave up my salary and all the things that I had been doing for 3 years on staff, the last 12 years on leadership, and walked away from that so I could pursue what I felt like I was doing. And that all happened in August. And since then, it's just been daily trying to to walk out and do what I feel like God's calling me to do. And it hasn't like blown up overnight. I haven't had a ton of big success things. It's been one piece at a time. But I feel like God is continuing to just lead me in this direction. And where I'm at now, I'm trying to find people that are going in the same direction as me. I'm looking for musicians in and around Omaha, Nebraska, that are ministry minded, that want to serve God through music, that have a desire to not just, playing on the worship team. I did that. I played for years on the worship team, and it's cool. There's something different when you're going out and you're playing in a bar and you're basically going out and you may be the only light that those people get for that whole week, that whole month. But I've seen God do so much stuff in those situations, and that's the kind of person that I'm looking for. Somebody that wants to actually use the gifts that they've been given to go out and make a difference, to be a light in the darkness. And that's what this project is. So what I'm asking for you all to do is, if you know somebody like that, if you are a musician, or if you know a musician that wants to use their gifts to be that light, then what I'm asking is contact me. If you know somebody, tag them in the comments below. Write their name, or share this video on their wall, whatever. But put us in contact with each other, because I am looking for those people. I know in a city as big as Omaha, over 800,000 people in the area, I know there's somebody out there. But I don't have all of those connections. And so I'm looking for somebody that wants to be a part of this, and they're just waiting to hear the right thing. So if that's you, contact me. If you know somebody like that, send them my way. And go back and watch the music video that I put out last week. The whole reason I did that, it's basically just a help wanted billboard. Yeah, it's cool to put my music out and to make a fun little video for everybody. It was fun making it. But the idea behind it was, yeah, I'm doing this all by myself right now, but I don't want to keep doing that. I want to find somebody to fill those positions, and we can go out together. I'll play shows by myself. I'll do the solo act if that's what I have to do, but that's not what I want to do. I want to find the right people. So again, if that's you, if you know somebody, let's get connected. Reply on here, message me, go to the website, IATpendragon.com, and use the contact information thing on there. Email me, but let's get in contact. Thank you guys so much who have already helped me, who have already been supporting and liking and sharing and all those things. And you have been a huge part of what helps me to continue doing this, just the encouragement that I get. But if that is you, if you know that person, please reach out to me. Again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon.